Yo, it's your girl Krys Ivory, and you're checking out Thisis50.com. My musical journey is definitely an interesting one because I grew up in a very special musical environment. I grew up singing gospel, for my dad's homeless ministry. My dad's a retired pastor now. And also I grew up singing in a Black Baptist church. My dad was a deacon for many years. This was in Los Angeles, called Mount Zion. And I got a lot of my musical roots from gospel, and also from my father's background as a musician himself. He was also a singer, and he worked for Motown Records in the 60s and 70s, so a lot of his Motown friends were around me, and I got to meet, people like the Mamas and the Papas, and be around, music like the Temptations, and just, Tina Marie, it's just, I was really blessed musically. I got to be around a lot of fun stuff. So my first real music industry experience was with a gospel choir called All God's Children. And I joined All God's Children when I was about 10. And we got these opportunities to be in commercials, and commercial with, for NFL, and be this big choir and sing background. We got to sing background for Barbara Streisand. I mean, an event hosted by Tom Hanks for Bill Clinton when he was running again. Oh, Bill. I mean, it was really cool. I just got that little taste, and I just wanted more. Trying to find, this is, me around, 15, 16, trying to find people, like a body of work, people to work with who believe in you. Because being a young woman in the music industry, people try to take advantage of you, they want to get down your pants, and it's just, there's so many obstacles, but, once you finally figure out how you need to go about things and what your niche is, then you can really decide on, okay, this type of people, this group of people, got to stay away from that group. You've learned as you go. So, I was really blessed and fortunate to have a father who gave me advice. Krys, look out for these type of people. Krys, I have a bad vibe about this person. I think you need to keep an eye open. He let me learn from my own mistakes, but he was also, very watchful for his daughter. So I'm very blessed. Secular music was my calling. I felt like that was really where I needed to be, because I had a message that I wanted to portray, and I wanted people to hear my struggle, not only just a testimony that I had a relationship with God, but also the testimony that I had in the world, and what I went through as a young woman. And I felt that it was a little bit tougher and harder than I could portray in gospel music. So secular music was definitely the calling. Cutting demos in North Hollywood, off of Lancashire, not the American Studios, historical American Studios. And I'll never forget the experience I had meeting him. I walked into this studio session, and there's just all these beautiful women, all around him. Ryan, he's the kind of guy who likes to surround himself with positive energy, and just, there's always someone beautiful around him. That's just the way he is. And I'm thinking, man, I'm not going to be able to sing for this dude. This guy's got too much, distraction going on. These little Cassies walking in the door, and I'm like, man, these women are gorgeous. Like, I'm not ugly or anything, but I consider myself the girl next door, So, I'm like, this guy's he's not gonna pay me no mind. But sure enough, Rashid told Ryan, yo, this girl's dope. Listen to her sing. Ryan's like, will you sing me something? I was like, of course. I sang him a little something, and he was like, okay, get in the booth. And we cut 2 records in the next 2 days, and we cut them so fast too. The chemistry was definitely there, and it's history in the making. What's funny enough is, I don't believe in coincidences. Next Year was actually the first song that I recorded with Ryan. I actually got signed with Ryan a year ago. He signed me around the time that, I ended up getting diagnosed with cancer. I remember Ryan called me up, and he was like, Krys, we're ready to shoot the music video. best shape of your life. And I was like, yeah. Ryan, I got something to tell you. And he was like, what's that? And I was like, I got diagnosed with cancer. And there was a silence on the phone, and Ryan grew real silent, and then, you know, it was not that long, but long enough. And he goes, Krys? I was like, yeah. He was like, I'm still gonna sign you. And, you know, I had my CAT scan and all the other scans that I had, you know, gallium scan, and you know, before, when I had my scan, they told me, you know, you look like a Christmas tree. I was just lit up everywhere with, you know, the cancer, and because this Hodgkin's lymphoma is, you know, your lymph nodes, you got them all throughout your body. But when I got my final CAT scan, they, you know, they told me, guess what? You know, you're all good. And I was just like, praise God. So I've been in remission for about 9 months now. I'm in the 75% stage. And the album is coming out so dope. I'm so excited. Like, I wish I could just leak all of my songs and just give it to you guys. That's how excited I am about the album. It's so valuable, the internet. It's really important to market yourself online, because the internet has just taken over the music industry, and now who you are depends on your online presence. Of course, if you already have an established fan base from before, you're straight, your online presence is there. But if you're an up-and-coming artist, it's so important that you don't neglect, you know, online communities and free promotion. It's an open door, it's a window to anything. Krys Ivoristically speaking, that's how I'm going to describe myself. Reason being is because I always have something to say, and everything I say from my heart, but it's not negative. Yo, it's your girl Krys Ivory, and you're checking out Thisis50.com.